Hello, hi. If you're joining me again, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nikita. I'm a recovering addict. I also suffer from BPD, ADHD, and CPTSD. I speak more about these disorders and how I manage them in other videos, so feel free to check them out. Today is part 2 of the video that I posted yesterday. So just to remind you where I left you off is I'm living with my paternal grandmother and grandfather, and my sister's living with my maternal grandparents and their family, and my mother is in Kenya with my father. So a year goes by, and a lot of things happen during that 1 year. I continue to go to school. My sister changes her school to open learning and starts getting her education through the tuition center that my maternal grandparents owned, and that's where she's studying. She's doing her 10th grade, and I'm doing my 8th grade. We both skipped the ninth grade, and that's how our education kind of took place. But yeah, that's where we're at. And so a year goes by. I'm doing kind of okay with living with my grandmother, who I loved very much, still do. Sadly, she passed away a few years later, but I absolutely adore her and she loves me. But she's very ill, so I kind of help take care of her. My grandfather was all right, but he was pretty old, so he had to go back and forth from India to Kenya a couple of times to manage his school in Kenya. He used to run a school back home, and that's where we're at. So, my sister is enduring a lot of torture, a lot of pain, a lot of taunts, and whatnot through them, and I'm struggling here with myself. A lot of things happened during this time, like I mentioned in the last video, that there were people who kind of took advantage of this scenario. uh, Cut to about I want to say 2002 or 2003, when I'm in 8th grade. My father comes to India to see my grandmother, and when he does, he comes with the woman that he was having an affair with. So she's right in front of my eyes the entire time, and I'm struggling to understand why she's here, what she's doing, and all of that. So my anger towards my father is building up. People are taunting, relatives are taunting, they're saying mean things. Like I mentioned, my father's cousins would often tell me that, your mom and dad are going to get a divorce, they're going to get separated. Oh, does your father sleep with his girlfriend now? Things like that. So this to a 13-14-year-old child is extremely damaging, to be honest with you, but they don't recognize this, although they're in their early 20s. They're just horrible, mean people. So they say all these things, and it's hurting me, and it's building up. Anger is building up inside. So I finally get a chance to confront my father, and I tell him, what is going on, what are you doing? And he starts crying, and I hug him and I tell him, please don't cry, tell me what is going on. And he's like, everything's going to be all right, everything's going to be all right. And I want to believe him, but I can't. I later realize that these are just crocodile tears. These are tears of him just, being in the moment and not really being apologetic for what he's doing, what he's causing, and things like that. after all of this, I take the first step to hurt myself really badly. Um, I remember I was at the same cousin's place who used to torture me. So I step out, I go to a drugstore nearby, and I buy some painkillers. And in India, they don't really ask for some prescription for some of the medicines that they can provide over the counter. So he gives me the medicine, and I have about 6 or 7 strips of this medicine. And I get to the place, I see that there's nobody around. I start taking the pills one by one. Swallowing them whole is difficult for me, so I think the best thing I can do is just have them one by one. So I start, and I think I had about 21 or 22 pills. Um, I don't remember the count exactly, but there were more than 20. I remember because of the strips had about 10 each. So I took about 2.5 strips. I think I was able to get by, and I was having water with each pill, as little as I could, but I was still kind of, it was helping me swallow the pill. And I remember I just felt really drowsy. I went on the bed and I fell asleep. Um, I woke up a few hours later and I started to throw up. And I continued to throw up until the middle of the night, constantly throwing up. And then I finally went to bed. Everybody thought that I was just sick or something had gone wrong with the food that I'd eaten or something. And I went to bed uh, post that, and I remember the sleep was just calming, and I don't remember seeing any dreams that night. Nothing happened, but I still woke up the next day, and that's the first time I tried to harm myself. Um Post that, I realized that pills aren't going to be the way for me. So I started to cut myself a lot, because of all the things that I was enduring at the time. I would cut my wrist, I would cut my thighs. I would just enough physical pain that would make me forget the emotional pain that I was going through. And then this woman and my father left from India. I don't remember where they went. What happened after that is a little blurry after that. Um, then finally, my mother came to India, and my father was here as well. We moved in with the two of them. My sister also finally got out of that hellhole that she was in, and we started living with them. My grandmother was still there, and my grandfather had left for Kenya. Um, my grandmom at that time got really, really sick, and then she passed away. Um, at that time, we did not have enough money to even, do the rituals of the funeral and things like that. Um, my father had lost a lot of money in a business venture he had started with the woman. I don't know what it was, but he lost a lot of money there. So we didn't even have enough money to do her funeral. So my father had asked for some money through somebody he knew, and that's how we were able to do the funeral. Post that, I think we started to realize, my sister and I, that things were getting really harder and difficult at home financially. So we started to take classes from the tuition center that my uh, maternal grandmother owned, so as to reduce the cost of education. And while we were there, uh, what happened once was I misbehaved with a teacher, and in order to teach me a lesson, uh, my maternal grandmother started hitting me in front of everybody. So my uncle, who is my mother's brother, held me from behind. So he was holding my arms, and my maternal grandmother was hitting me in front of the entire class. And I just I somehow kicked him, moved, got myself free, and I picked up my bag and I left. And while I was leaving, I had a cell phone at the time, so I called my mom up and I said, they were hitting me and they hurt me and this and that. So the first thing my mother said to me is, "You must have done something." And I lost my mind at that. I think that was the first split episode that happened for me. I switched off my phone, took out the SIM card, and I went and I took shelter at a friend's place, and nobody knew where I was. Nobody had heard from me. Nobody uh, could calculate that I would have been there. And I hid there for the entire day. And at night, my friend's mother kind of spoke to my mother, and my mother was crying and all of that. So she kind of told her that, Nikki is at my place, so you can come see her and all of that. So my mom came, and uh, she was she said that she was very worried as to where I was and this and that, but she was angry at the same time. So I didn't want to deal with that. So I told her that I'm going to stay the night and all of that. So that was the first time I tried. The second time I ran away, basically. The first time was from my maternal grandmother's place, when I ran away to my grandmother's. And the second was this time when I ran to my friend's place. So yeah, that's what happened. And after that, my grandmom passed away. And no, my grandmom passed away before that. Yeah. So because my grandmom had passed away, and everything was gone, my father had sold away all her jewelry and things like that to kind of get money to survive. We didn't have anything left. So now we were in my sister and I my sister had completed her 10th grade, and I was in my 10th grade. So my sister started looking for jobs to do. So she was basically 16 plus when she found her first job, and she started working to support the family. As soon as I finished my 10th grade, I also started working to support the family. So all these years we've been working, and we've tried to support the family. We've tried to keep everyone afloat, tried to keep everyone happy. But that hasn't remained the case. My mom and dad still fight a lot, and nobody's happy. Neither one of the two are happy. And that sucks, because we did everything we could to try to do that. They don't even look eye to eye with each other. They're not civil with each other. Anytime there's a slight conversation initiated by one, the other person is furious for no reason. And it's just this vicious cycle that keeps occurring even to this date. So we started working, started supporting our family and things like that. We moved from Rohini to Dwarka in Delhi, and this was a better kind of area. There were apartment complexes, and also we moved into an apartment. Um, uh, And then my mom was still very friendly and very nice to her parents and everything. She didn't once recognize that, they had mistreated us in a very horrible way. um, she didn't question them at all, didn't say anything to them. uh, and we just let it be, because what was the point? um, then there came a time where my mother wanted to send my baby sister to her mother and father's place for her education. And she kept insisting that, she'll do better if she lives there, and, they'll be able to educate her. We are all working, we don't have the time to do this and this and that. I was so against the idea. I hated that she was taking this decision. I fought with her about it. I argued with her for days and days, and I didn't want that to happen at all. But then my baby sister, because my mom had manipulated her too, came to me and said that, I'll be fine and this and that. And this is a child telling you, I'll be fine, don't worry. So my heart just broke at that moment, and I was like, okay, fine, do what you want to do. And yeah, so my baby sister was sent to their house to live there, and she also endured a lot of suffering and torture at their hands. And it messed her up also in some ways. She's stronger now for sure, but at that stage they really said, horrible things to her when she was there. For the years that she was there, they would say horrible things to her about the two of us, me and my elder sister. They would say horrible things about our father, about our grandparents and things like that. So just the entire family that we loved so much, they would just demean and dismiss anything and everything that had to do with them. They would also, pick their hand on her and tell her, don't wear this, don't do that, don't eat so much, don't eat this. So yeah, a lot of the same torture that my elder sister and I endured, my younger sister also had to endure. And she's like 9 to 10 years younger to me, so it hurt more that she had to suffer the same thing, and my mother wasn't recognizing it at all. Yeah, that's where we reached. I kept begging my mom to divorce my father and, live separately. Just leave him, and just leave him. Please leave him. Please leave him. If you're not happy, please leave him. But she didn't do that. It took me 11 years to convince her to move away from my father. And the day we moved out, we stayed away for about 8 months. I think we stayed without my father. And those were perhaps the best 8 months of my life, where everything was fine. There were no fights, there were no nothing. But during those 11 years of convincing them to be separated, the anger that the two of them had for each other kind of started to creep in into me and my elder sister. And so my elder sister and I would have massive fights, like horrible, horrible, horrible fights, because we were so angry at them and we couldn't do anything about them. So we took it out on each other. So it ruined my relationship with my elder sister for a very long time. It's not until the time that I got married that we actually started to fix our relationship. Until that time, it was just, you know just a surface level relationship. And now we have a very deep connection that I actually appreciate and I'm so grateful for now. Yeah, so a lot of these things, affected us, still do to this date. Yeah, so my mom and dad got back together 8 months later as well. They still have a horrible relationship. I'm not sure why my mom decided to come back. I kept telling her, we don't have to do this, we don't have to do this, we don't have to do this, but it'll be your decision at the end of the day that I will stand by. So I stood by my mother for the longest time, that whatever you decide to do, I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you, we are with you. And both my sister and I were with her no matter what she decided to do. But she decided to come back to my father. But even after coming back, it's not like she forgave him or she moved on. She's still stuck there even years later, and she's still angry about things. And what her anger does is cause a lot of friction within the household, a lot of negativity in the household. And now we've reached a stage that my father has had two strokes and he's paralyzed. He's able to walk on his own and do some things on his own, but he still suffers the remnants of the paralysis attack. So his arm doesn't move all that well, and he has difficulty holding objects. His palm doesn't open up and close as per his will. So he has a lot of difficulty in doing that. So what my sister wants to do is just fulfill her duty towards her parents at this point. There's no love anywhere, to be honest with you. My sister doesn't love them, I don't love them, my younger one doesn't love them. We don't care about them at all, but we're just fulfilling our duty towards them as children, that we just have to do this until the day they die. And hopefully that's soon, because God knows how much of it we can tolerate. um, yeah, it doesn't feel good saying this, honestly, because I've had friends who've had great parents and great supportive families that joke with each other, laugh with each other, eat together at the same table. And I envy them, to be honest with you. I wish I had one parent. I could have said that, okay, this one parent does everything for us, and you know uh, supports us mentally, supports us. Um, yeah, just mental support, right? You, at the end of the day, you just want someone to ask you, how has your day been? Is there something I can do for you that'll make you feel better? But they don't even do that. They're so consumed in their own thing even today. Like, it's been years and years. I was 11 when my father had an affair. I'm 30, I'm going to be 35 next year, and my mom still has that anger in her that comes out like a volcano eruption every now and then, and it leaves a mess behind it. So yeah, not a great feeling at all. So I don't just blame my father for ruining the family, I also blame my mother for it. um, I think her decision to want to move to India was so hard on my father that, and I don't blame her for the affair per se, but I do blame her for, uh, not forgiving him. I blame her for not moving on. Not forgiving him, not for him, but for herself. We do so much for my mom. We take care of her, and we supported her for so long. But she doesn't feel good about herself even today, and she's still stuck with that anger and frustration with my father, which makes it seem that we are not important to her, but the man who cheated on her is still important. So it's fucked up. It's all fucked up. Um, yeah, and I see these people who have great relationships with either their father or their mother, or even both for that matter. And I'm so jealous of that. I'm so envious of that. I feel like I wish I had one parent that I could feel safe with, I could feel at home with, I could feel normal with. but that normalcy is something that they still haven't given us to this day. And so yeah, I couldn't care less about them. I couldn't. Yeah. So yeah, if you think, if you're watching this and you think, oh, they just beat you up, they just hurt you physically, what's the big deal in that? We got hit by belts and chairs and this and that and all that shit. We turned out fine. You didn't turn out fine. If you think it was okay for you to be hit as a child with belts and chairs and this and that, you didn't turn out fine. There's something psychologically wrong with you, and you must get it checked. But yeah, that's it for part two. I'll tell you more on what the current situation is tomorrow, because this video is already too long. But yeah, that's about it. I did write a poem today because I felt yesterday I kind of didn't give you the full scope of how I felt. So today I'm going to do that. So today is day 25 of trying to love something. I used to believe blood is thicker than water, like it was gospel, like it meant I owed them something just for giving me life. As a child, I called that love, duty dressed up in devotion. A little girl folding herself into what they needed, what they demanded, what they never gave back. But I don't believe that anymore. Not when love feels like survival. Not when peace is quieter, without their voices in the room. Not when healing means walking away from what hurt just because it was home. Today, I'm trying to love the freedom of choosing myself, of unlearning loyalty to those who never earned it, of understanding that love doesn't have to be written in blood. It can be chosen, it can be soft, and it can begin with me. Yeah, so that's what I feel about it. I don't think blood is thicker than water. Yeah. All right then. Thank you so much for watching, and please continue to do that. YouTube allows you to do beautiful things like share, subscribe, write, and like and comment. Please do all those beautiful things, and keep watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.